Hey guys. So I made up my mind. I had so much signs today. I am going to go raw vegan. Yes, I'm gonna go raw vegan. I'm planning on going raw vegan for 90 days, 3 months. Um, I think I have a personality. So seeing that we are basically almost half a year, I think it's possible that I just may just go at least until Christmas. I don't know. Let's see. So, about the signs that I can tell you about. Um, well, I was online and coincidentally, this guy popped up. Now, I'm not subscribed to him. I did not Google raw vegan, nothing like this. Although I know the AI, it's not about what you type anymore. It's about what you say also. So maybe my devices are listening to me, but this guy came up and he was talking about his experience when he went raw vegan for 90 days. Now I was thinking that I want to go for 3 months. So that was one of the signs, like, well, how is it that I was thinking in my head that I wanted to go raw vegan for 3 months, and then a video popped up. I went raw vegan for 90 days. That's kind of weird. And he was talking about his experience. Anyways, before that, actually, yesterday, I was reading the book on raw vegan. Like, I was raw vegan, kind of. Not intentionally. Like, I do these things not even intentionally. Like, I didn't do it because of a trend. Like, I've been doing this vegan thing or experimenting with these things long before there was trend, you know? Like, people used to think I'm weird in a way. People still do think I'm weird. But the thing is, what I do that is weird, 5 years later or years later, you all start doing it. Okay. So if I'm weird, thank you very much. Okay. Because you'll be following me very soon. So yeah, I was looking. I have this book from a long time because I was about this lifestyle years ago. So I my friend, she's raw vegan, right? And she was saying, like, I was telling her that I was reading the book and I couldn't put it down, right? So she was asking me which book it was. And the book was The Raw Family, A True Story of Awakening. Can you see the picture? Oh, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Uh, that's kind of how it looks. And I have this on my Kindle also, Raw and Simple Recipes. So I have this book a long time on my Kindle, easily long time. But I've read the book before, and I decided to read it again. And why was it that I said I wanted to go raw vegan? I wanted to go because, well, I don't want to go to the dentist. And when I was raw vegan, you know, I had an experience where my feelings started to fall out, but I didn't know it was like a real, like, it was like a good thing. And then my teeth, it repaired itself. But I didn't even know that was a thing, right? And maybe a year later, I bought this book. And coincidentally, the stories also in this book of that they experienced it. And when I went raw vegan, it wasn't on purpose, right? I was just doing what I like doing. I didn't even know it was I don't know if I knew the word vegan. I was more thinking idle. And I wasn't thinking I was going somewhere. I just wanted not to cook. I think I told you the story, right? So I didn't even know how long I was on it. I was just living my best life. I lost a lot of weight. I didn't even realize I lost weight. And I ate 24/7. I kid you not, guys. I ate 24/7. I would wake up in the morning. I would fill my bowl. It depends on what I was eating. It was just fruits, okay? And I would just eat throughout the day. And even at night, I mean, this is like crazy, but even at night, when I want to fall asleep, I'd still be like doing stuff and just poking something in my mouth. And then sometimes I'll just fall asleep, without even brushing my teeth. Oh my God. Yeah, I know that's gross, right? I don't normally do it, but I know that had happened maybe once or twice. I don't know, but it must have happened at least once because I know nothing stopped me. I was just Ubering away, right? So when I was told that I lost weight, I didn't believe it because like I eat 24/7. Like I was like a world class Hoover. So it was kind of weird to me until I realized that my clothes were 3 times my size. Okay. So mhm, that's when I believed it. So when I read this book months after I was doing this, then what happened to me, I saw was a case in the book, right? And also, this was a long time ago. So I even forgot about how the story was, right? And they were saying like the body is in full repair between 3 to 6 months. So let's just say like 6 months, like the body is like fully gear in repair. And even the quantities that you eat even got smaller. And I would say that is true because when I was doing this raw, I was just eating nonstop, right? There's not a time though when I don't think it was raw vegan, but my food was like partially cooked. Like I would make my sauce from peanuts and everything. And then I had the spinach, but I had like the really big spinach. So, those leaves like hard. So I'll turn on the fire, I'd put it there, I cover it, and maybe wait like 2 3 minutes because I just want it to be softened a little bit. And then I would just consume it. I used to eat. Well, I was eating pumpkin. I would actually cook the pumpkin, but for the most part, my food was not 100% cooked. It wasn't like cooked out. So I was eating that way, and then I remember this wasn't even long ago. I would say less than 2 years ago, and I remember actually, like people was like telling me, "Oh, I'm eating so little." And I was like, what? No, I eat all the time. What are you talking about? And they're like, no, you don't really eat much. And then I started to notice it. I was like, but I'm full. And like, I'm really, really full. And based on how I used to hoover down like the raw vegan food, and then I realized it was true. I guess for me, I don't realize what I'm doing when I'm doing it to myself. Like I didn't even realize I lost so much kg. To me, I look the same, right? And I didn't even realize that my food quantity got lower because I think when I was doing this partial raw vegan, we can't have a partial raw vegan, but it was like half half. I didn't even realize that I was eating less because I was full. And normally I don't like to eat until I'm stuffed. So, but I like to eat until I'm full because when I'm full, then I don't care, right? But they pointed it out. So yesterday when I was reading the book and it came up and they were like, yeah, if you're doing anything basically towards 6 months, then you actually don't require a lot of food. And that was in it. And that was happening because when I did that partial raw vegan situation, that was, I could say, easily a year. Maybe it was even longer that I was doing that. Um, yeah, I would say it started from, I would say, 2020, and that was up until the middle of last year. I'm thinking about the calendar. The middle of last year. Yeah. So that's when the person had said it to me, and I, yeah. So I want to get to that point on purpose now, knowingly now. So my body can go into full repair. And I was watching this guy and he was talking about his journey, and he was saying you have like clarity because now there's more, the body's more oxygenated, and you are able, your manifestations are easier because now you're able to be more in touch with your intuition, and all of this great stuff, which I'm very much interested in. And basically he's saying that your body is an intelligent machine, which, yes, I know that that's true. So when you give your body chance to be itself, chance to express itself, then you'll be surprised at the things it can do. You'll be surprised of it's, I would say, just talking to you, I would say like maybe your body actually has a personality, you know, and it wants to show and express itself. But if you are busy poisoning your body or giving it hard work, it's like if you have a job which is like 24/7, and then you quit your job, and now you have like, instead of this 24/7 job, you have a job that you are working. I don't even remember how the line goes. Something like you switch your 9 to 5 for 24/7. Yes, like this, right? So, yeah. So, our body has a unique situation, right? And we need to give it chance to function, not only to do its basic functioning, but it has like a intelligent mechanism. And if it's busy with negativity, if it's busy with stress, if it's busy with digesting food, then you don't see the beauty of it or experienced it, because it adds value to your spiritual mindset and giving you clarity. So it can't, it's like almost like if you are living in scarcity, then you don't have the time to find out who you are, and you don't have the time to express like your talents because you're just too busy trying to put food on the table. So I guess with our bodies is the same thing. Like it's living in bombardment. So it doesn't get time to exhale so it can show what it's truly about, you know? So I want to experience that. And yeah, it was quite coincident that guy came, and it was like weird. Let me see if I can find his channel on my phone so I can let you go investigate. Um, Let me go to my history. History. His name is G Bryant. Bryant like Kobe Bryant. And G is like Gee, Bryant. So that's his name. So check him out, guys, and see what he's saying. But I think this is good. And then I ordered some. It's like a spice from Ghana. Yeah, I heard about it from this lady who does some YouTube videos. I don't remember her name, but if I remember her name, I will tell you in the next video. And basically, this spice, what it does, it balances your hormone, and it is antimicrobial, antibacterial. It has a lot of properties. And then my friend is coming next week, and I shipped it to their house, so they're going to take it for me. So even more reason to go raw vegan, because I want to experience the full effect of this herb. So therefore, it'd be good if I could just have like a flushing of what is in my body. So when I start taking this herb, um, it can absorb more into my body, because I kind of have like a digestive issue, right? So therefore, I'm assuming that I have more of this mucous membrane around my stomach. So even though I eat healthy, like most of the nutrients aren't is not absorbed. So by going raw vegan now, it will remove most, if not all, this mucous membrane. So whatever I consume, it will go directly into the bloodstream. So I need that, because that's my kind of thing with the low digestive enzymes. So I need to, if I'm going to take this herb, why not just take it good, right? So that was one of the motivating factor. And this G Bryant guy, he was talking about how he became clear. And I am into manifestation like long time, but I've learned more deeply about it now, and I'm very serious about it. I want to be serious about it. And this is a good way to experience the raw vegan lifestyle using this herb, and then basically opening my mind for expression, you know? So this is what I want to do. And I think all three together is great. So I'm looking forward to it. I will complain on the journey, right? As I guess like reverse psychology. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah. And yeah, because this whole thing with your paradigm and so forth. And I got a better understanding on paradigm. I will tell you my idea. Like, people say we all have this paradigm, right? So basically, they're saying the paradigm is like when you were between fetus and say 4 years old, like whatever environment you were in, your subconscious basically absorb everything that was going on. So if there was talk of scarcity, even if there were positive things going on, you absorb all of it, right? After a certain while, now um, you start to decide what you want, right? So that's this. So the conscious mind, the intellectual mind started to develop, right? And when that developed, now you start to pick and choose. So now, before you were absorbing everything like a sponge, and now your intellectual mind is become a little bit more developed. So, but the thing is about that now is what I didn't understand, or what I'm getting more of, is that we need to be sensitive to what actually the paradigm is, right? And I wasn't really that sensitive towards it, or I didn't wasn't really getting the understanding of it. But so my understanding of it now is the paradigm basically, uh when you get information, right, from the world, right? So you receive information by your five senses: feeling, touching, hearing, whatever, right? And then when you're thinking or having a thought, you absorb it in your intellectual mind, which is the conscious mind, right? When you leave, then you have a choice whether or not you want to accept this information. But if you're not aware, if you don't have awareness, you automatically accept it, which is exactly what I was doing, right? So you automatically accept it, you put it in your subconscious, and whatever in your subconscious, it goes right through the cells of your body. So that is why they say that when you are not feeling well or you have some sickness or whatever, it's actually in the mind. Because whatever you think and you will stream it to the subconscious without filtering, then that is why a lot of people would have stress, a lot of people will develop tumors, because a lot of things, these things actually end up in the mind. Okay, so let me go for it. So on another note, so basically, so when this information goes into your subconscious, right, then it will affect your vibration, right? And your vibration is like energy, right? And this now results in your action, right? And so, but with this type of vibration, you are going to attract similar vibration in terms of people, thoughts, whatever, right? So therefore, if something is going on in your environment, and you can decide, because your brain is in the intellectual brain can decide whether or not it wants to accept it. But because we're not aware of it, we just accept everything. All right. So let's say we are naive now and something is in the environment, and then we just accept it, right? And we just label it as negative, right? Straight away it goes into the subconscious, into the body, cause negativity in the body, cause negative vibration, and it attracts more negativity. And then we picture it again, goes in the subconscious, cause negative vibration, we have a negative experience, and it keeps on going like this, right? So that is why sometimes it seems as if we're in situations and you feel like you still attract the same situation but with different faces. You see what I'm saying? So basically, they're saying this is why the only way to accept it, to change this, is if we change our attitude, right? And basically, what does that mean is how we view the world. So to change your attitude, because you've heard this before, right? Where they say, you can't wait for other people to change. You have to be the change that you want to see, right? And I know we hear that a lot, and we kind of dismiss it, or we just put it in the back of our brain because we really don't understand the depth, right? Like all this information is out there, but we don't really understand what it's saying, right? We take it for granted. Now, what it's actually trying to say now is that um, is that when you want to change something, you have to change your attitude first. Why? Because say I see something negative going on, right? I see something going on in the world and I say negative. We are all aware that two people can say the same thing, one say negative, one say positive, and one think it is neutral. Why? It's because of how they think, right? And that's just the mental attitude of how they think. So it's like, and how they think is basically a decision, like based on what I understand or based on what I want, I'm going to class that as a negative, a positive, or a neutral. And we do that not being conscious, right? However, we are all aware that sometimes we consciously decide that thing is happening. Most people will see it as a negative or a positive or whatever. But based on what I want to do, my aim or a plan that I have, this seemingly negative or boring situation is like a breakthrough for me. So it's like a positive, like guys, come on, thinking there is that happened to you before. So there are times when you have like a plan or situation in mind, And then based on the scenario that is going on, the average person will see it in a typical way. But based on what you are rooting for, it's actually an advantage to you. So that negativity is actually a positive. So you receive it in your brain as a positive. You send it through your subconscious, and the vibration is affected, and then it will attract whatever else you need to help you with your plan because you saw it as a positive. So I had to say that, guys. That is why they're saying that you have to change your attitude to change the world. Because what happened is that, believe it or not, we are coloring situations out there. Like if the rain fall, this is not a negative or a positive situation. It's just a fact. Rain falls. Okay. Some people think it's good, some people it's bad. So that is why you can see that actually we are choosing to color it negative, positive, neutral. Now, basically, this whole vibration, whole thing I'm trying to explain to you is that we need to be conscious now that things that are happening, right, is because in the past we have viewed a thought as negative. So therefore, the reality of negativity is coming back to us now. So now that we're aware now that this negativity is because of my past imagination or past acceptance in my brain of negative thoughts, now it manifests itself in reality. Now I'm aware of that. So now when I see something that is not the best situation, I can assess it now. And instead of just reacting, right? Because this is what we have a lot of problems in terms of attitude, right? We tend to just react without thinking, right? So now we have to observe, right? That anything that is going on in our environment, right? That is not positive. We have to remember, check ourselves, know that we had sent out negative energy. So therefore, negative energy is coming back. It has manifested itself, right, into something. So now we have to be like, oh, I got you. Now I am going to decide to accept this in a positive way, right? And there's different ways you can accept it in a positive way. In terms of, you can accept it in a positive way to say, okay, the fact that I realize that this is coming from my past thoughts has been manifested into this negativity. Now it is positive because I have caught myself before I reacted to it. And my reaction now is going to be a positive reaction. So it's either I'm just going to be neutral, right? And then have, instead of reacting in a negative way, an aggressive way, a mean way, or whatever way it is, I am going to be, say, like calm, and I am going to show like a polite. I'm going to be genuine polite. And you're going to say, how can you be genuinely polite? Because you know the truth, right? So it's easy for you to be genuine, right? Because if it's somebody who's attacking you, right? And it's because you kind of attract the situation from the past because you weren't aware of how your negative thoughts could attract negativity. Then when you see, you should be happy. And then it's easy for you to control now because basically you are controlling the whole cycle. And now you are more aware now, so you can control it now. So you can say, look, you are going to say something polite. You are going to deal with it in a calm way, because when you do that now, what you do now, because you're thinking now in a positive way, how are you going to handle the situation? So when you think this positive strategy, this positivity, it goes into your subconscious, goes into your vibration, and then attract other positivity. You see, that is it. So it's not about the person, it's not about the situation, it's not about the weather. It's about catching yourself and observing that this is probably happening because of how your previous mindset. Okay? Okay, girl. Okay, yeah. So you can just deal with it as a challenge. I mean, it's not going to happen every day the same, but the more you exercise this, the better you're going to get good at it, right? And then I was thinking, I didn't write on this. I've never really write on these things. I was thinking, like when you think about the person who you want to be, or you're thinking about your goals. So based on your goals, you're gonna know how to approach the situation, right? And I was thinking, like, how would you know that you are maximizing your approach, right? And sometimes when you were in school and then you think you're studying and whatever, and then eventually you reach to a point where you realize you were not actually studying as effective, because it's like you get into this momentum and your studying habits just skyrocketed. And then after the exam or whatever, you realize, hey, if I was like having this attitude from day one, who would I be if this was like normal, right? So this is I'm using this example now. So basically, how you're going to know if you have the right attitude, you're going to think about like the best version of yourself that you want to be, right? And then you are going to choose a higher version than that, right? And then, right? Then you are going to act accordingly. So you're not going to act accordingly to the you that you know about, because you're going to absorb a new persona. Because when you go, say that highest level of what you want to achieve is at 10, right? Is at 10. And you know why you choose a 10? Because your present mindset think 10 is as far as you can go. But you know that is just limitation based on your present mindset. And you want to change it to a bigger mindset. So therefore, you're going to say 15. All right. So when you approach a situation with the new you at 15, then when you send out that vibration, it goes into in your conscious intellectual mind, then it streams down into your subconscious, goes into your vibration, and attract a positive 15. Reach for the moon, and if you don't reach there, you fall on the clouds, whatever it called. I don't know. But that's what we're doing, guys. That's what we're doing, guys. That's what we're doing, guys. That's what we're doing. I don't know. So yeah, this is like 30 something minutes. It's like a long time. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and let's have fun.